This is our day number 2. We just wrapped up training. Just want to ask Shane a few questions about how training has been going for the last couple of days, but also remember that in between those days, he's still working with Charlie. So what do you say? Um, how do you think it's been since you started from day one?
It's been good. He certainly has been a little bit rebellious. There have been days where he hasn't wanted to listen. He knows what I'm saying, but he acts like he doesn't. So I'll tell him to sit, and he won't sit. I'll have to push him down, and he won't stay when I tell him to stay. And he'll cower and kind of walk away from me and not want to interact. But then, yesterday really was kind of a turning point in that. He started listening again and showing some desire to listen and not just doing what he wanted to do. So
Okay.
it's been really good. I've been very impressed with his ability, and I didn't know that existed.
Would you say it's easier to train when I'm here or when I'm not here?
Well, I think definitely it's easier to train when you're here.
Okay.
Two masters, I think, are probably easier for him to follow than one. And then when I tell him what to do and I mess it up, you can correct me real quick and get me going down the right path again. So it's really good to have you here for the hour and a half that you're here to make sure that I'm doing it exactly right, so that I don't mess it up during the week when I'm training him without you.
Mhm. And like I said, I know we've only been training a short period, but what do you think you've learned the most over these last couple of weeks?
Well, for me, what I've learned most as his owner is to really be firm and consistent with him, which really probably is pretty logical when you
Hmm.
think about it. But I guess I just didn't really think about it beforehand. But just to be firm and to be consistent with him and follow a structure. If I will do that with him, then he shows a lot of eagerness to follow what I tell him to do.
Um, in the future, what are exactly are you looking to get um, out of not just the training, but also what are you trying to get out of Charlie? What do you want to happen?
I want Charlie to be an obedient dog in the house amidst a myriad of distractions. We have 4 children, one of which is 15 months old and has no clue how to act around a dog. So I want Charlie to kind of know how to act, and I
Okay.
want him to follow us. And when we tell him to do something, even if we're across the room, I want him to do it. When someone comes in the house that doesn't like dogs, I want him to be able to sit to the side when we tell him to, and not go up to him if we don't want him to. So I really want people to be able to come in here and be comfortable around him because he's an obedient dog. That's really what we're looking for out of him.
Now, taking into part all that you've learned so far, do you think that's an achievable goal?
I really do. I mean, he, he's made much more progress than I thought he would make to this
Mm.
point. He's a very smart dog, and we knew that because he's shown a propensity to do what we say even when we have to train him.
Right.
But the fact that we're adding structure to it and consistency, he's a totally different dog than he was even a week ago before we started meeting. Just a totally different dog,
Okay.
and the environment in the house is totally different because of that. We're not having to watch every move he makes
Right.
because we can tell him to go somewhere and he'll stay, and
Right.
that's just a huge improvement over the way it was before.
Okay. Until we meet up next time, we're gonna see. We kind of went over a lot of things today. We put Charlie through a lot of strenuous tests,
Yeah,
um,
worn out.
and he's nice and tired. So we'll pick up next week. So everybody just stay tuned and just kind of keep up with Charlie's progress. All right, guys, have a good one.